Breeze.
Well, out in Batavia, they're enjoying with whatever weather they get this morning because they're tough out there. Kristen Miranda's live with some ATV riders and guys and girls getting ready to show off a little bit for us. Hi, Kristen.
Yeah, hey, and the drizzle has really stopped, so this is perfect timing for my ride. There's just a tiny, tiny little bit. Tara said her boyfriend was out here racing before, and he's been racing for 20 years. We found him. It's Aaron. Aaron's going to take me on my ride when I go in a little bit. Tell me when you started doing this and why you started racing these.
1987, I started over at Paradise Speedway in Geneva, New York. Just had the four-wheelers. We were looking for something else to do other than trail riding. They were racing out there at the time, so we just picked it up, and it's grown ever since then.
Yeah, how is this sport growing?
It's growing leaps and bounds. For a while, the manufacturers were out of it, but around 1999, they started getting back in, all the big four manufacturers, and it's really growing leaps and bounds. People are buying bikes every day and coming out to here.
And now, do you work with other people? Do you start people out? Do you train young kids in doing this, or do you just simply do it for sport and for hobby?
Just for sport and for hobby. I have a business built around it, and of course, all my friends here who race sometimes ask me for advice, and I'm more than happy to share any information I have with them.
On a Saturday night, or a Saturday afternoon, when you guys are racing out here, what's it like? What's the atmosphere like?
Well, you know, in the pits, everybody's happy-go-lucky, and then when we get on the track, it's pretty good business. You know, we're all real friendly. We all try and ride safe, but when it comes down to it, there's real racing going on out there.
Yeah, tell me what it's like out on the track, because it's messy. First of all, it's real muddy. You guys are a mess when you're done.
Well, the track is a clay surface, so it's supposed to be really dry and it holds moisture. Our special compound tires actually, you know, when the conditions are right, you're stuck to the ground like glue. Sometimes, like now with the rain and stuff, it gets a little bit slippery and you have to be cautious.
And how much interaction is there between you and the other riders when you're out here? Do you stay away from each other, or you bump each other a little bit?
Well, there's unintentional bumping. You're not supposed to bump, but you know things happen. So you know, we try and all respect each other and keep it safe. But you know, there are things that happen.
Talk about safety a little bit, because you guys wear a lot of gear that keeps you safe. Right,
the safety gear is you know, paramount. You know, always the boots, the gloves, the goggles, chest protectors, long pants, knee pads, undergarments that have padding in them. But also there's a lot of safety equipment on the bikes that don't come from the factory that we put on aftermarket and allow us to get closer to each other without having, you know, big carnage.
And you can still, but you can still have a good spill even with all that safety gear on. It must be a little scary when you have those kinds of things.
It's scary. You know, I could rattle off a list of broken things I've had, but you know, you prevail and you know, drink a lot of milk and you'll be fine.
How many bones have you broken?
Oh gosh, if I had to speculate right now, probably about 7.
Yeah. We're talking to Tara about being out here on the track with the guys. And what's it like? I mean, do the men and the women race together, or do you kind of try and keep it separate? How does it work?
Oh no, there's a women's class, but there's also, they can race with the guys too. And actually, Tara does race in the amateur class with all the guys. She had a great moto this week in Moto 1. She actually pulled off a win. Her luck went a little bit different at the end of that, but she's out there, you know, pounding hard. And there's women all over the United States in big numbers racing with the guys all the time.
Talk a little bit about the traveling that you do, because you go all over the country.
All over the country. You know, sometimes we have races down in North Carolina, Florida, you know, California, like I said before, Texas. There's a whole national series that actually just focuses on this type of racing for the ATVs. And, you know, it gives you a schedule out in February, and we really start about April of the year. Go all over.
And you can go through October.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about why you like this sport so much. What is it that brings you out to the track all the time?
The speed. It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's different kinds of racing, but in this you get to go fast, and there's smoother surfaces, so I just enjoy the speeds of the bikes. Our bikes are built pretty much to the limit, and we had some pretty good speeds out here.
There's a lot of skill involved though too, isn't it, taking the turns and the straightaways?
It definitely takes time. I started this in 2005, and I was always in the back of the pack, and I was so frustrated with it, and so guys like Aaron and some other guys I know just give you pointers and kind of walk you through it, and you learn as you go.
All right, well, you've learned well. All these handsome gentlemen here who have joined us this morning. Aaron's going to take me on a ride when we see you in just a little bit, guys, and I'm nervous. I have to admit it, I'm nervous, but Aaron says I'm going to be okay, and I trust him. He's been doing this for 20 years.
You're going to be just fine. You know what? You've got the right attitude, and it looks like you got a great crew out there.
Yes, they're great guys, and they're going to help me out. Great guys and girls, they're going to help me out today. So we'll see how it goes.
Are you going to race with all of them, or are they just going to give you the whole track there for yourself?
Okay, first of all, I'm not crazy, so no, I'm not going to actually race. Okay. I'm just gonna take a little spin. We're gonna take a little spin, see how it goes, and I'm sure that I will scream like a girl and completely embarrass myself.
Well, good luck, Kristen.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kristen. We'll see you soon.
We hope to see you soon.
Look forward to her on the track when we come.